Okay, now we're ready to get started. What you want to do, let me see if I can give us a tad bit more light. Oh, yay. Here we go. You want to get your base color. My base color is black for this tutorial as well as for my piece. We are going to work in multiples of 14. So for this, I'm making more of a, I guess you would call it more of a little sampler size. Okay, so grab your yarn, and of course you want to make your slip knot. And this is not a tutorial on how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, then you can look on YouTube and find many others of how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to just in the introduction video that is posted before this, you should have made your base stitch based upon the link that I provided in that video. So I'm gonna do just 28 chains. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, so I have 28. Now, just as a refresher, when you make your base chains at a minimum, you want to make it so that it will run from your middle finger tip to your other middle finger tip with your arms extended at your side, if this piece is for you. Okay, first thing that you're going to do is we're going to do half double crochets in the back loop of the chain. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You saw something similar in the last crochet-along tutorial of how to do the base stitch, but here we go. Now, when you look at the stitch, I'm going to try to zoom in without it getting too fuzzy. Hopefully you can see this. Let's see if that'll help us. Okay, so you have two, the front part of your stitch is shaped in a V here. The back part of your stitch of the chain is always with this hump. I work in the back hump, okay? I don't know why. I just always like to pretty much always start my foundation chain by working in the hump. So here we go. We're going to go in that very first chain in the back, and what you're going to do is you're going to yarn. I'm going to do that again. I'm sorry. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go underneath that hump, yarn over, pull it up. So you should have 3 stitches on your hook, yarn over, and then pull through all 3 stitches. We're doing half double crochets. Yarn over, insert under the hump, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3. I'm going to call it out a couple more times as we go across, and I'm hoping that this is not too fuzzy. It's hard to see. Yarn over, go in, under that hump again, yarn over, pull through, and you want to do this all the way across. This is going to be your first row. Okay, so if you have, you know, anywhere, most people are going to probably have anywhere between 100, probably 150 plus chain stitches. Okay, I'm going to go, keep going. And I like using half doubles as well because I feel like you get a nice sturdy beginning, and it's easy to see what you're working with, as well as it helps your piece to build faster than using a single crochet. Okay. Now, if you are low on yarn, you may want to go ahead and stick with singles, but it just makes it look better, in my opinion. We're going to keep going. I'm almost done. Now, you are going to always work one color row, and then you're going to work one row with your base color. And your base color is always going to be worked in your half double crochet. So you'll have a wave row, then you'll have your half double row, a wave row, then your half double row, and that is what you'll do all the way across. Okay, I'm almost towards the end of this, so yes, we are doing this in real time. Keep going, and you should be placing one stitch in each under basically one stitch per chain. Okay, and I am nearing the end here, and when we get to the end, it's going to be your first color change. Okay, here we go. 2 more stitches. 1, and here. This is still the middle of the day, so you may hear kids and everything else. So here's my base, and now what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over and pull it all the way through. And I would suggest making sure you leave enough yarn when you cut so that you can go back and work on your ends later. Okay, so here we go. And now what you're going to do is you're going to turn your piece, and we're going to change colors. I want to get my latch hook because I always weave in my ends before I change the color so that I don't have a bunch of straggly ends. Okay, so here we go. I'm ready to. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to use the pink that you saw in my other video. Here we go. So you're going to do your slip stitch, and you're going to join in the first stitch. And what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, and this is going to count as your first double crochet. Okay, and I always pull the yarn through the first one, then I chain 2. I'm going to back up and see if I can. There, and that's going to count as my double crochet, and I'm going to lay the yarn across the top so that I will crochet over it. And so you're going to do a double crochet, so you yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull it up, and you should have 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That will be your second double crochet. Then you're going to do 2 half doubles, so yarn over, insert in the stitch, yarn over, pull it up. You'll have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through all of the stitches, and then you're going to yarn over, do another half double, yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3. And next we're going to do 3 single crochets, and that's go 1, 2, 3. Now when you start it off, it's going to be a little bit difficult at first because it's not quite going in the pattern yet. But as you, there it goes, it's a little bit better. As you go on from here, the pattern will be more consistent, okay? So we just ended with 3 single crochets, and now we will start with the pattern. You're going to do 2 half doubles, 1, 2. You're going to do 2 doubles, 2 double crochets, and I will do this a bit slower after we get past this initial beginning. And you're going to do 3 triples, and I'm going to call out the triple just in case you haven't done one. You're going to yarn over your hook twice, insert in the stitch, yarn over, pull up, and you will have 4 pieces of string on your hook. You will yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And you're going to do this again. Yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That's 2 triples. Now we have 1 more triple. And there, and that's a total, I guess, going up on the upside. So now we're going to go back down. We're going to do 2 doubles, 2 double crochets. So that's 1 double crochet. Here's your second double crochet. You're going to do 2 half doubles. This poor little yarn is like dying out. And you're going to do 3 singles crochets. 1, 2, 3. So now you see that it's kind of, because we're at an angle, but you see that it's went down and now it's going back up and now it's going down again. So now we're at the end and we're going to go start over again on the increase. We're going back up. So we're going to do 2 half doubles, 1, 2, and 2 doubles, 1, 2, and you're going to, now when you get towards the end, you're going to keep going until you get to the very end. So wherever you stop is where you stop, especially because we all have a different number of stitches in the row. So we just did 2 doubles, so that now we're going to do as many triples as we can, and it looks like we have 2 triples. So then here it goes, 1 triple, and 1 additional triple in the last stitch. Okay, and that is the end. Now I'm going to see if I can tilt this a little more. There. Oh, that's better. So can you see that? That we started here, we went down, now it's going up, and then it went back down, and we were ending going up. But that's the wave. I'm gonna hold it up. See that? And these waves are not perfect waves, so It's just not, it just doesn't work out that way. So once you get to the end, you're going to do yarn over and pull through, and you're going to pull it all the way through. And I'm going to have to cut mine because from that tutorial of how to prep your yarn pieces, and you just pull it all the way through. And excuse me, I'm still getting over this cold. Oh, I have to snip this again. There. And pull it all the way through. Give it a little tug. And now you're going to turn your piece and you will go back to your base stitch. So we're going to flip your piece. I'm going to go ahead and pull my ends through. And I'm going to do just a few stitches in the base row before I change you to the next video, so that each of these won't be too long. And then I will come back in the next video and show you another row on the piece. Okay, so you're going to grab your base color again. Have your slip stitch. You're going to add it on to the end. You're going to chain one, yarn over, and you're going to insert a half double in that very first stitch. And I work over my ends. Okay, so you see that? And you're going to put one half double in every stitch all the way across. So I'm going to go across just for a few stitches. And we'll keep going. And I'll try not to go up too high. Let me bring the light closer again. So you see here. You can keep going across. And you're going to keep doing this with the half doubles in every stitch until you get to the very end of your row. And I'll do a few more. It is just extremely noisy, of course, when I decide to start recording. Okay. Keep going. And then I'm going to go probably about halfway through this row, and then I will lay it down just so that you can see what's happening. And forgive me because I'm still kind of getting over this cold. Okay. So you see here, I'm going to keep going until I get over this hump so you can get the full effect. And this is just half doubles all the way across with your base color. Okay, here we go. And you will continue until you get to the end of your second base color. I might as well go ahead and go to the end. And keep going because I have just one more stitch after this. Here we go. And this is the way that it will look. With yarn over, pull it through. And I will put this in the description box because I forgot it to say it in the beginning, but I'm using a size 6 point. I don't know why I'm not getting very good clarity, but this is a 6.0, which is a J in the boy hooks. So here we go. And you see how it's started big, went smaller, big, small, and it was about to go big again. So there you go. Okay, so this was technically 3 rows of the pattern, and I am going to now take you to the next video where I will do another row for you with the wave. And this row is going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to go over and move to my larger piece, and I'm going to call out all of the stitches, and you will have some time to go through several series of the waves. So go ahead and make sure that you grab your piece and get ready to get to work. See you in a bit.